Mr. Stroudy join us. I know he said if he can get back from work in time. So you might be able to hear the voice of Stroudy as well shortly. Ooh, apologies for getting two images. I realised I've not turned down the old stream watch back for your chat, so I'll sort that out now. Good evening, Dragon. I see you in the chat there. I was going to say the return of what did Diesel used to call you? Was it torpedo? You've had. Is this your? I think you've had one reserve race on your return before this one, haven't you? Oh, 2 seconds. I've got a call incoming.
There are a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets too busy. Standing by.
apologies about that. I had an important phone call to take really quickly now. So I have missed a couple of laps. So Gareth on a 113.1, Twisted that's on a 114.1, Tamas a 114.1 as well, and Betcher's a 128. I'm not sure what Betcher's there, but he's 14 seconds off Tamas in third at the minute. His headset is crazy loud as well. I want to turn that down. And I've got the wrong map on there, that's annoying. There we go. That's White is just on his out lap. That is Dragon. I imagine he'll be on his in lap minute. I'm not sure, it's not showing his fuel flashing. Apologies if anyone's been chucking on this chat, but I'm going to have to refresh that because the call switched it off. Yeah, it was a work-related call.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P12.
Ah yes, I saw evening bubble about Mad Mark. Twisted Dragon, yep, and Mad Mark dry Qually, rain in the race. They say the rain is Spain falls mainly on the plane, but it sounds like it's going to fall mainly on the track tonight. Betcher's going to do here. I think his time's going to be a lot better than the 128 he's done so far. Yeah, 114.5 there. A couple of tenths ahead of Mad Mark. And bogey green car next. That is A72. He's just on an outlap. There you go, fellow admin, Mr. Whitey. He's also got Ali on outlap right up his booty. Yeah, coming out that final corner, keeps it in the line.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
114.7, pretty close to his brother there.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Just over 2 tenths behind him. So Twisted was a warm-up lap. The performance car handling differently than I'm used to now. The league I've made it racing does realistic. Yeah, still equal on the Monday and Wednesday. Still only our Super Saturday that's the realistic performance. Could enter right, can't believe that's Ali. Oh no, it was Betcher's, the white car. I'll keep on board with Ali for a bit. Purple middle sector. So I must apologise for those of you who did miss about 3 or 4 laps at the beginning there. It's sod's law, isn't it? The phone call has to come just as Qually starts. Yeah, Ali there, quickest time of 113.0 there. 10th and a half quicker than Gareth after his first run. Back down to the Kicksauber.
Right, our best lap so far, 1 minute.
Imagine that was a warm-up lap at the 131.
With 13th in the speed trap, 207.7 miles per hour.
So he's on the medium tires. A couple of mediums as well. Brewdog, Tamas, and Towley. As I've noticed, the Astons aren't doing the old giving each other a tow game like they normally do. Well, instead of saving that for the final run. Dumar, that was a pretty good lap there by Dumar, 113.0. So T-Benz, I think T-Benz is happy with his lap. Because with only being 16, you only really need to get a decent lap in, and then you can retire. There's only been one driver that doesn't get through. That's why we do have sort of in that season change. If you just want to do like the one decent enough lap you're happy with, you can retire from Q1, save the tyres a little bit. The issue is when you're one of the ones towards the bottom. You see, you've only like a tenth between you. That's when you don't want to be retiring. Can't remember, it was a few weeks back. I think they'd done that. Thought, oh, they're happy with it. And then about 5-6 cars below them went above and knocked him out. Because at the moment, the one in 16th and going out is showing his game in the bug, but him, Apex and Minion haven't done a lap yet. It's twisted. So what we can do is come around that final corner. That's a 1:14.0 up to P6 for Dragon. Just saying that for any of the full-time drivers that are listening, he is scoring points for reserve racing tonight. They do only have the one representative tonight though. As I know COD sometimes reserves on a Monday, but I've noticed he's reserving elsewhere this evening. We go with the right car, which I believe might be Apex. I think Apex was getting a bit of a tow from his teammate there, playing the team game. I was worried when I see that communicating with all my services appear, but it seems to be alright. Apex there, 1:13.9. So he's bumped Dragon down one there. So Game in the Bug is now coming out of the pits. The only one without the time. As a Minion, I've noticed his time as well. He did a 1:15.1 on that last lap. I believe that is himself.
Okay, guys, everyone be aware the car's ready to go.
I'll be he's boxing. Yeah, the other McLaren, I believe, is Namaja, but he's Namaya. I got his name wrong again. But he's doesn't appear to be racing this evening. Which is half second up after sector 2. See where that can put in 8th, 1:14.0. Oh, look at that between him and Twisted Dragon. That one 1/1000th or 1/100th of a second. As a new follower, welcome Alexa. Apex's box as well. Go to one of the Ferraris.
We've been
Game in the Bug just about to start as well. We'll watch a lap of Game in the Bug, see how we can do. There he goes, rubs, this brakes about 50-metre board, it looks a bit. Takes that time on the left. 1,000 of a second to Twisted Dragon in the chat. Game in the Bug then touches the curb on the left there. Gives him a nice turn in for the long right-hander.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
It's always one you want to try and get that Apex and then touch the curb on the outside. Car on the inside, I know it's moved out the way nicely. This is the bit can be a bit sketchy for some drivers. You catch the curb on, can throw you about. Yeah, through there nicely, stuck with the RS on. No, last season I did have the turn notes for these, but I've not noted them down this season. But this is a bit where the old chicane used to be. But now it's just a swooping right-hander. Into another right-hander. That's the time to put down. 1:13.9. That's P10 at the minute. That's put his fellow Dutchman Minion into P16 at the minute. Guess an ASIM 2 might be on. Is he on a warm-up or an in-lap? He's not on an in-lap. So he's was a warm-up lap. I believe he's still running no traction control, so he had a bit of a kick around that corner there. Ironically, he had a kick in the kick. I think this Ferrari of M.A.D mark now. I believe Bjorn or Go in the bug. I imagine he'll be on an in lap. Gareth says he's going out on used tyres. So he's saving some tyres for Q2, Q3. Yeah, driver definitely will need an improvement about 3/10 at the minute. He's gaining. Can he seem to move himself away from Minion? Up to the line now. He can slightly at 1:14.4. So give Minion a bit more of a job to do. So will it work in Minion's favour going out at least slightly a little bit later than A72? We'll see in about a minute's time. There's Gareth on those tyres he was on about the used tyres. Ali said he's ruined his setup. I said the car might be sliding, but he's still ahead at the minute by what we're looking at.
Right, so our best lap so far,
a couple of hundredths of a second ahead of Dumar at the minute.
Trap, 207.7 miles per hour.
So one that will be interesting to watch in a minute with Game Min just about to start his lap. We'll flick down to that shortly. Our Twisted Dragon, he has invalidated. So he's empty 2. He's still going at the minute. I say he's safe currently. I think something might have happened to Gareth. Oh yeah, Gareth's been playing in the dirt. So yeah, I don't think he's going to improve his time in Q1, but it looks like he's safely through. Brewdog starting his final one as well. We'll go down to Minion. He's in sector 2 at the minute. He needs a solid lap now. He doesn't want to have any issues through here. He flicks the bit of the RS and also his DRS. Took that one nicely enough there. That was a corner where you can go deep or make an issue, but he's got through there okay. Maybe that curb on the left was throwing people left, right and centre on the last game, but they fixed it this year. So around the final corner, he's put the overtake on, DRS on, and has P9. He's pushed A72 down into the drop zone. A72 has given up on this lap as well, so it looks like A72 will be out of Q1. Gareth in the chat, I set couple first and 0.2 up, then span. Yeah, so I caught the back end of the spin. Oh, there's another car almost spinning there with the kick. So I believe that is Q1 done. We're just waiting for A72. But yeah, he won't be improving, so oh, he's kissing the wall there. Yeah, so he will be eliminated from Q1. Everyone else go through to Q2 now. Yeah, so there's confirmation of that as well there. So 22 hundredths of a second. Ali was ahead of Dumar there in Q1. So it's pretty close. So Gareth only 1/10 behind that. Towley only 2/10 behind Ali as well. I say all the way back to 872. It's only just under 1.5 seconds behind the lead. It's a pretty tight knit field round here. So apologies if that picked up on the mic. That was my stomach. Gareth in the chat. Towley, well, Towley's going to be winning. And hello, Woodsy, says Tom. I did mention, Tom, that you potentially might be joining on the comms. So who's going to be the first to come out? So I normally put my money on Betchers, but the other week he got pipped by one of the guys. I did just see one of the cars coming out. I've gone back to it and it's not now. Gareth is one of them. One of the Hasses is out, but I think it's been pipped again. It is Apex. I'll keep on board here with Apex, and then we'll see how he does. We'll flick down to Betchers. Get all our bits and bobs back up. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. I was having a look a little bit earlier who the pole time was last season. It was drivers no longer with us in Monday. JJ Latto or some of the drivers, I remember. He did a 1:11.744 last season. So if we get to Q3, that's going to be everyone's target to beat. See if we can get a better one this season. Another a name I've just noticed that isn't racing tonight, the Dartmark. I imagine his work has probably affected that tonight. Because I think he's sitting pretty well there. Considering the amount of races he has, he's sitting alright in about P4, I think it is. We'll have the table up during the break. I believe it was after last week, Gareth had leading. And then obviously we had Ali Dumar, and then I think it's Dartmark. Yeah, in recent weeks, Towley's been flying up the table as well. Another interesting thing I've noticed, Apex is using the hot lap in the overtake. I know some drivers do like doing like medium or none and then using the overtakes. Everyone likes doing different things with it. Let's see what we can do. A 13.7 for Apex. Betchers invalidated. I believe, is that his brother? Is that Dumar behind? It wasn't either, it was Misfits, so 1:13.4 for Misfits. Gareth did a 1:12.7. The other Hass of Ali, if I can get to him. It's gone quickest to 1:12.6. One of the Red Bulls, I believe that is, crossed. That would have been T-Bents. They'll fly across the line, wanting to get out quickly here. Whitey did a 1:13.8 as well. Almost similar time to Dragon. M.A.D Mark was disqualified from the session. Well, it'll be interesting to see what's happened there. So I daren't look at the race direct, because last time I did that one I was commentating. Blocking the pit lane. That's harsh, that is. I'm guessing what's happened is he's come out. There's been cars flying down the straight, so he's come out tentatively. And then it's gone, you're blocking the pit lane because there's a car coming out behind you. I had that. Where was that? Was it Spa last season? One of them last season. It did it to me, and then the other car just behind me, it did it as well, because they're all like edging out slowly. Man, but fuck's sake, got a DSQ for slowing the pit lane to let... Ah, yeah, that's what I thought it might have been when Towley said blocking pit lane. The game can't seem to differentiate between actually stopping in the pit lane or going slow. So it's a nightmare. It just gives you a DSQ. So you might remember that one. I think it was TSD. Like, it might be last season before. It did it to me. Dumar hit me. This was it. The pit entry though. It said I blocked. So I'd had a crash. Disqualified me. Was it Dumar? Was it Towley or Apex? I don't know. About 3 or 4 got caught up in it. Ali, is Towley on a new set? I'll have a look if it's shown me. All it says is 1 lap that he's done. Yeah, I know on the old game it used to actually show you how many they've done, say on the previous quali, but I don't think it does that anymore. Yeah, the best person to ask if we've got not in the kitchen, watching along. She might be able to give some insight there. So it's not showing me a viewer list at the minute, but I can see 18 people watching along at the minute, so big thank you to everyone that is tuning in tonight. I've heard Towley's using his quali tyres from last week, says Dragon. Ali says, yeah, for me as well, it shows 1 lap, but it was a used set. Not in the kitchen, so I was half listening. What am I even insight on? Is Towley using a new set of tyres at the beginning of this Q2? But Ali says he thinks he might, because he said he was using mediums in Q1. Because me getting distracted by the chat then. Gaming Minions actually had a decent Q2 so far, 113.3. The 2 that haven't got time yet, Betchers and Tamas. Gareth, mine's brand new, so I'm cooked. As I'm using 2 brand new sets in Q2 then, is it? The Misfits only used 1 set of soft so far. I think it also plays a big part as well. And some drivers do go for the harder compound. Sort of when you get your set, you can go off to the balanced harder. I think if you get harder, you don't get as many softs as it, I believe. Like Gareth, doing another lap on the same tyres, using 1 soft per session, the difference only a 1/10 apparently. Get down to this Aston, that is Whitey. He's on his outlap. The same with Betchers. I want to see who that blue car is. Too many blue dots. Tamas is also on that. So the one behind him is Brewdog. Also on the topic of Brewdog, he's the driver chosen for the Break AI song tonight. That's our thinking. We're running out of drivers to do. Drivers will have to start nominating each other. I know in recent weeks we've had Dumar, Dimar. We had Super Ali Fawad Khan. Who else did we have recently? I should know them because I wrote the songs. It's terrible, isn't it? I know we've got Brewdog tonight. There's one the week before that, and I've completely forgotten who it is. They're probably going to tell me off now. That was Gareth. Gareth in the chat, yeah. Gareth Mini-M.A.D. I think it was entitled The Optimism Runs in His Veins. I should remember that one. I say not in the kitchen whilst you're in the chat. Next week's AI song is for Mr. Towley. So you'll have to make sure you tune in for that one. it's quite a good beat to it as well. It's a bit of one you can have a bop to. I don't know what genre to describe it as. It's a sort of a bit electronic, bassy sort of. We need to make an RRF1 pub, and it's just these songs on loop. So the one tonight was sort of half written by AI and half written by myself. We had last week's one. I've written the lyrics. So some of them I write the lyrics, some of them I get the AI to help out. The Towdy one, I think that one's I've written myself. Yeah, not in the kitchen. If you've got any funny picture, anything you want included in the video, you'll have to fire them over. Have to surprise Towley. So 4 minutes left of Q2. So far, the fifth the five we're missing or won't be going through is Game in the Bug, Apex, Dragon, Betches, and M.A.D. We'll have to see if that changes. Not in the kitchen, he would kill me. And Gaza, do it. Even if you've just got like a face one, I can pop on something else, like an F1 driver. Don't know if you saw the one I did last season when he won the Constructors. I asked it to make one driver a little bit taller than the other because everyone says Goomba's like a giant, and it made Towley about half the size of Goomba. It looked terrible. Keep an eye on Game in the Bug here because he only needs a small improvement to get out of that drop zone. Gareth says he'll be going out again for some practice, so he's happily through, but he wants to just make sure he's getting his lines and everything in the right place. A Game in the Bug is boxing, so I don't think he'll have enough time, so I believe he will be out of Q2. We get this right dot here. T-Bent is just starting a lap. Brewdog is just coming across. Albie was down. YT has retired. Actually, YT had a really good time on his last one. He's up in 5th at the minute, right behind his teammate M.A.D. Tom says Brewdog for pole. That would work really well if he can get pole and then he gets a song straight after it. He'll be buzzing. So ironically, the drink I'll be grabbing shortly is a Brewdog. It's one of those little cans of Wingman, I think it is. One I've never tried. There's a local shop that we use. It's like I don't know, some of you might have heard, company shop, and they get like stuff that's only got short dates on the stuff. You get eight cans or something for so much. That's just one of the ones I thought we'll give it a try. I was say, Tom, were you joining along on the commentary for the race, or? Didn't get around to his right car. That is Tamas. He's just starting a lap. One of the Alpines. Was that an Alpine? No, that was a Mercedes. I was looking at the wrong colour dot there. I should get my glasses on. It twisted. He's just on an outlap as well. I believe that might be Misfits coming around next. I wonder if he's just going to be practicing as well. He was massively down on his time. It's either that or he's done a double warm-up. Get a pint of red down you. I don't actually have any red. got loads of stuff in the cupboard. We've got like Malibu, whiskey, MARKV. I bought bottles for Christmas, but what is, my sisters don't always sort of discuss it with themselves, so I'll end up with like 2 or 3 of the same bottle. There would be anyone drinking in the house, so can't get them down me that quick. Oh wow, there's a brew dog off the track. T-Banty, looks like he's boxing up with Betches. Can Betches get out of the drop zone? See, now he's coming up to that line. Oh, he has. Only just though, 113.1. Just depends if it can game in the bug or Twisted knock him out. Oh, someone has knocked him out. That didn't take long. Man, Mark, I can pass him over. You'll have to take a trip down to collect him one day. That's what we do need to do as well. I know Gareth mentioned RRF1 pub. We need to sort something out like I don't know if somebody saw the picture earlier in the year. I got to meet the former champion Massey, Greza, Master Spread. CFC Al, some of you might remember him. I think that's everyone done. Yeah, just seen you meant Tom Brewdog on 112.9. He's put himself up to P5. I wanted to notice, I know Whitey, I said Whitey had a really good run on his first run. He's actually been eliminated. Do a cartoon of all of us in the Queen Vic. You've had the AI's that good now. If you were all to send me a picture yourself, so I can actually get it to do that. Come on, lads, end of season pub somewhere like Birmingham, says Gareth. Like a Christmas. If we finish 2 weeks before Christmas, the season does. So there you go, confirmation after Q2. So Towley got the quickest time there, 112.4. There we go, down. The one drivers we did lose was Whitey, his brother Betches, Gaming Minion, Apex, and Madmark. I lost a couple of admins there, siblings. Our Saturday commentator. But yeah, we shouldn't have lost him. It was one of them dodgy game disqualifications, that was. Hopefully it gives me the option soon, because it's just given me a... There we go. For a second I didn't think it was going to load in. Get these bits and bobs sorted again. So we've got no betches to come out in Q3, so money's on anyone to come out this time. Gareth, I scared Brewdog. Whitey put 11 milliseconds he was knocked out by. As I say, the Q1 and Q2 have both been really close for the times across the whole grid. So it looks like it's the Torpedo, Twisted Dragon, is out first. I think out of all the AI songs, that Twisted's one is one of the ones that cracked me up the most. That was one that actually AI did. I think no, AI did the music for that one. I think I ripped most of the lyrics. But that one, I know it caught some people out. Diesel played that one on stream. It was like Twisted Torpedo on the track. Dive bomb so hard he breaks your back, something like that. I know Diesel heard it, was in tears. think you come up with that name just, I think it was one race where it was a bit of a ascend, a bit of a dive, and that nickname just stuck. I know, Mark, if you're still listening, I know I managed to get rid of my nickname, didn't I? You said if you can finish ninth or higher, I won't call you TSD the slowest driver anymore. Last race at TSD managed to finish bang on ninth. It was one of those close ones as well, you're just like sweating at the end, like, come on. So it probably means something else now, the TSD. I'll have to find out what it means now. I know it used to be the sleepy driver, Mr. Dragoon, but I think what's he now, the rolling roadblock, isn't it? Just have a quick look. I imagine everyone's on softs. Yeah, they are. Everyone's out apart from Brewdog at the minute. I'm interested to know, is Brewdog named after the drink Brewdog? Obviously, I know what the WBA is, West Bromwich Albion. Twisted out 113.4 for Twisted. Gareth, he comes right behind it with 112.7. I just missed his teammate there. Misfits 112.8, so just behind his teammate. Is that T. Bence? That was Towley, 112.4. Look down to Ali. Ali at 112.2. So right flyer of that there. Mad Mark's teammate, game in the bug. Let's see what he can do. He's been living dangerously in Q1 and Q2 here. Sort of left it late, but he managed to get himself out of both. RRB for sure, Dragoon. The thing is, I don't think he'll want to pay another £8 just for 3 letters again. It wasn't even 3 letters last time, was it? It was 2 letters because it changed from TAR to TSD. I had to change mine. I used to have, was it Woodsy 1991? Because someone else had it, you get those silly numbers at the end. So I used my free change to change mine to TSD. Why is there a car miles off? I just noticed on the track map. Gareth, have you been taking the old turn? So hopefully you've not been naughty and cutting the corner there. Quite a lot now will be coming in to the box. Yeah, game in the buggies out of fuel as well. The two to be watching now, they're Brewdog and Tamas. They're still on their outlaps. So I'll keep an eye on T-Bents as well. Gareth, the old track is definitely still there and it's still shit. I remember once TSD, this must be going back 3 or 4 seasons. I think it was one of Mad Mark's first seasons doing it. And Dark Mark's sister, and she used to race with us, I remember her missing it completely. So she sort of took the new line. I was like, where the hell's she gone? Woof. Yeah, we'll keep on board with the Brewdog. Good to see the team camaraderie in the chat there. Misfits being cheered on by Gareth. He's only a 10th behind him at the minute. Gareth in the chat says he could defo help me out keeping Dumar away. Oh, Miss John, sorry there, man. I remember that. Yeah, I think she was having connection issues, wasn't it? And I think she didn't even overtake her. She jumped over us and ended up in front, just going flying forward. Because I think for Misfits, with Darkmark not racing, if he can get a decent result, he can start clawing back towards him. Because I know he was thinking there was only something like 6 races left. I was like, no, at the time it was 9. He was like, no, I'm not just helping you, I'm still going for 4th place myself. Look at these times, they're still really close at Brewdog 1:13.0, T-Benz 1:13.09, Tamas 1:13.099. So it's only 0.03 of a second quicker than Tamas's T-Benz. Good old construction should be as good as the house soon. No, do you have a way to win it all tonight today? I did actually work it out. The maximum up for grabs, so if a team was to get the maximum together, there's still 531 points up for grabs. Because you get the 8 times 32 if you win first place over the 8 races, 8 times 27 if your teammate gets second. You've got the 1 sprint race towards the end of the season, where you can obviously get first and second in that as a team. Then you've got the fastest lap 2 points, the bonus point, and then you've got the bonus point in the sprint and the fastest lap 1 point in the sprint as well. So yeah, you've got a little while yet, but the way it's going, it's unlikely a team's going to maximise everything. See how it be. I've not noted it down on this, but I think I worked out so many races time is likely. I think is it 3 or 4 is the earliest, plus if the other teams were to have a complete meltdown. So I'll keep an eye on here with Bjorn gaming the bug. Because I don't know, quite a lot of you now know that Bjorn Gamer changed his name. But just in case you didn't, gaming the bug is Mr. Bjorn. P7 for him now. He's also got involved in that 1:13.0 game. So where you put like grid row you're going to be on is going to be like a matter of hundreds of seconds by the look of this. Betches says Liverpool are shit, aren't they? What are they, 4 losses in a row now? I did find a funny picture, sent it to YTL. I don't know if you sent it to yourself, Betches. It's a picture of Arne Slot with an afro. And it says, I'll cut my hair if we win 5 games in a row. But yeah, that was a good result for United yesterday. Harry Maguire. Oh, I've ended up on the game chat. I've switched off so you don't have to listen to me talking about Harry Maguire. Apologies about this. Yeah, we're back now. As I believe Gareth is. Thank God they never sold him to Petchers. I say, Gareth, you are a Liverpool supporter yourself, aren't you? See, guessing you weren't happy with yesterday's result. I say, with Darkmark not being here, can't wind him up either. Towley has retired, so I'm guessing he's happy with that. Thomas is just starting a lap. Brewdog will be our next one. Brewdog then game in the bug. Oh, Brewdog's actually down on his time, so he won't be improving. But can the Ferrari's not either. He was half a second down after the sector 2. Is that Misfits? That is Misfits. He improved slightly, But yeah, not enough to get ahead of Gareth there. But still, it's looking good for them. Mercedes 4th and 5th at the minute. Although Gareth would probably be hoping to be further up the field. He's got a little buffer at the top of the table, but it's not a massive one. There's another driver towards the top of the table, M.A.D. He'll be wanting to have a mega lap. He's the last one to get around, I believe. I don't think that Mercedes is getting round. Did he get round in time? If he did, that must have been on the second. He has as well. He must have been cacking it then. Twisted Dragon up to P6 on 12.8. Brewdog. Doing now. He had improved on this one, 112.8. Similar to Dragon, but he's done it by 300ths. The Misfits isn't using battery, so I imagine he's yeah, he has brought this lap. He's just going around to finish it. So Ali was down after the second sector, but has he done enough in this third sector? No, he's P2. Dumar, let's see what he can do. And fairly decent improvement there for Dumar. He's gone up to P5, 112.7. Oh no, Gareth has invalidated. And he's taking the old track again. Ali in the chat, tanked my lap three times in one lap. So that's not bad going. They were less than a tenth behind Towley there. So that's how that is it for Q3. Obviously we have the 5-minute break once we get onto the grid. I'm hoping White's got his like a stopwatch ready, because the break video in total is 4 minutes 50, so I've got to time it perfectly or it might overrun into the formation lap. So here we go, there's the classification. So Towley on pole, Ali on the front row with him, Gareth and T-Bounce on the second row, Dumar and Misfits third row, Brewdog and Dragon on the fourth row, and then the fifth row will be Tamas and Game in the Bug. And Gareth, nostalgia, I nailed it that time. Really need to bank on my wet piece. Oh, pace. Guys, wet piece. Jesus. So what we'll do now, go on to these break. There's a little, oh god, there's a fair bit of rain. There's a song for Mr. Brewdog, as I mentioned, but also Whitey Towley. If you didn't see the chat earlier, you also appear in another bit of the break. So you have to keep your eyes peeled. I'll be back shortly.
Right through the chaos while the rivals are spinning out. He doesn't give a toss. He's got the setup dialed, no fear in the fast lane. Drives every lap like he's washing up the past pain. See him cause the apex, perfect to the millimeter. No twitch on the wheel with the ultimate competitor. The other drivers clash, but he keeps his distance known. He's on the clock, but he's running all alone. Oh, you beat a Brewdog, the king of the clean line. Got the pace to burn, but he won't cross the line. The still tries to run him, but the hands are tied down. Never sees a 5-second pedal around. He races tough, he races fast, but he keeps his focus. 0 points on the license, magic penalty for you, hocus pocus. Yeah, he's very quick, but his discipline is faster. The cleanest human and the ultimate racing master. All the diving deep, praying that the car will stick. He's 10 moves ahead, reading every risky trick. He knows the limits of the throttle and the tire wear. Doesn't need the contact, doesn't need the close calls. Careful, overtake, surgical and smart. A clinical execution, a work of virtual art. The other guys' his team is screaming in the post-race heat. Bulldog's just cooling down already, can't be beat. Lights blinking, the last 3 laps unwind. The pressure's a demon right there close behind. Engine screaming red, the wall is on the right. One slip could lose it all in this fading light. But he will not crack, he will not break the rule. He uses the restraint, keeps his nerves so cool. Respect that they can't afford to buy. Watching all the chaos roll by. The king of the clean line. Got the pace to burn, but he won't cross the line. The stewards has a running, but their hands are tied down. Never sees a 5-second pedal or frown. He races tough, he races fast, but he keeps his focus. 0 points on the license, magic penalty free, hocus pocus. Yeah, he's very quick, but his discipline is faster. The clearest roadman and the ultimate racing master.
So after Bahrain last week, Gareth took the lead of the table again and is now 8 points ahead of M.A.D, who also jumped Ali, who missed last week. Only 21 points separates the top 3. In the constructors, 135 point gap at the top from Mercedes means they're in a quite commanding position going into the end of the season. So a little look back to last week. Towley took the race win in the Racing Bull. Gareth, even though he had a 10-second penalty carried across from the week before, managed to still take second, and Dumas finished off the podium. And then it was a really good week for Ferrari. Bjorn managed to have a penalty. We had 2 warnings removed, and that moved him just behind M.A.D. Marks have a good week for Ferrari all around. It was also great to see no DNFs with every driver finishing the race.
Paranormal racing activity is back, bitches. This week is our scariest yet. A demonic entity lifted the car of Towley whilst he was leading the race, causing Tom to enter the rear of Towley uninvited. Shocking scenes. And then we see Whitey going about his race as normal, when all of a sudden Craig Wilco disappears like a ghost into thin air. Fucking spooky.
So we're back live now. As your Bruce Buffer say, it's time. Not in the kitchen at first. I thought that meant my sneeze until I clicked. Oh no, it's other Chloe. Was it two or 3 weeks in a row? You're like, bless you. You're like, thank you. Yeah, we'll have to find out what Towley thought about that. That Wednesday, I missed last Wednesday. I think he was the only one that got that horrible glitch where it chucks your car in the air or spins you around. Obviously, Tom just went right into his rear. Imagine if Tom just watched that again. He's probably locked the phone across the room. There we go, is the formation lap. It is absolutely peeing it down. That's what we can see from the front runners. So there's Towley. A mix of tyres. I'll get the tyres up on the screen as well. So most on wets, Gareth Inters, Brewdog Inters, Tamas, Betchu, Minion and M.A.D Inters. I don't know if it's anything like it was in, was it Monza? Can't remember what division it was. I think it might be Saturday division actually.
Staying with us for a while now.
And
at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain.
Some went for the wets first, but it started drying out quicker, so as an Inter, it might have been a bit worse off for a couple of laps. They started to come in. I think it was Rusted Bolt, if I remember correctly. He jumped on the Inters, he thought, no, I'm starting on them, and it paid off for him. So I wonder if some of those, like Brewdog, Tamas, Minion, that do the Saturday, M.A.D obviously commentates on that Saturday race. They're thinking along that same sort of line of thinking. I was through there, so I mentioned in that edit, the Ferraris had a really good week last week, starting a bit further back this week, Game in the Bug and M.A.D, and then 10th and 15th this week. So a couple of the teams only with one representative. I think Alpine don't have any because Twisted scoring for reserve. Tamas, oh, you've buggered that one up. If we get a decent view of the lights. Not
okay,
very.
good parking there, mate. Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the
driver
race
in third
starts.
place, with Gareth. See if those Inters make a difference when they set off. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they're zooming off in Spain. Oh, he's been edged there by Ali. Not edged, bumped. Edge, bloody hell. The Towley's at a fairly good start. Ali's keeping his nose in. See if everyone's getting around safely enough. I don't know what's happened back there. AC2 got to 11th from last. I think it's the best view of what's happened there. Game in the Bug, he's up 2 positions, I believe. He's up into 8th now. M.A.D getting up the inside of White, I believe. Yeah, White's come back. Oh, he snuck up the inside. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, White, he's gone a lot wide there. I think it's just really working out which tyre is the best here. But Gareth has lost out to Ali. Just noticed that looking there. But then other parts is some of the Inters are looking right, so we'll have to see. So is it 2 out for the Inters? Towley quickest there, 1:36.7. That was on the wet, so there's a yellow flag. There's someone just went a bit wide at the back there. Twisted has got past Dumont. So those 3 at the back on the Inters have not had the greatest time. I'll have a quick look at the position changes, not the penalty. Yes, all those on the Inters actually gone down. Minion by 1, 10 by 6, Betches by 4. The Gareth did make a game, but then he's really lost that game, so he's sitting back in 3rd. Back on the right thing. you just got past from Whitey there. You want to try and keep it, but try and go around the outside in the wet. A little bit of bump in there, I think. A little bit of tussle with the wheels. Just noticed Tamas as well. He's fairly close to the same two guys. I realised that I've got a telemetry on, so that might help. But I want to know if Tamas was using it. He is using. I think might be using a little bit as well there to defend. His time does seem to be the closest at the back at the minute. For any of you viewing that aren't too aware with you, basically there isn't any DRS when it's wet, so they can only use their ERS. It's interesting for Twisted Dragon. He said he's normally driving realistically, I believe. Yeah. So then wet in equal, he's probably going to have to get a little bit more used to it again. I'm guessing Mr. Tom wasn't joining on Coke, and I'm not heard of him. So if he wants to jump on, he's more than welcome to. There are no Brewdog or Havian wheel issue. It seems to be going alright. We're sitting in the middle of the pack at the minute.
6.7 seconds.
Talking about Brewdog, I'll Coke in my Brewdog. If he wants to open.
The car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
Well, that's definitely a different taste. Yeah, definitely did drink. I was talking a very dry throat. Best to keep on board with Twisted. I'm looking at his time. It seems to be our closest at the minute, this battle for P4 at the minute.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the
Going
car
for
ahead.
it.
Try to get past as soon as possible.
Still going on the outside. But he's done it. Well, the Misfits is going for the old switchback. So, great racing by these two guys here. Cars almost sound like they're crying around that corner. Qually is boxing.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Damn, that's good. Garage on the fastest coming into it is getting a little bit dry. Because this is the point where those interrunners have had to suffer for a couple of laps, but is it now the better tyre to be on? So it's just the same as what Rusty did in Monza, not this Saturday, just on the Saturday before. So he's got a massive gap. I've just noticed Gareth has underfueled, so he's hoping something's happening this lap.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
There's a
Keep
team thing going on here because Apex is boxed as well. Put those tyres back up again. Yeah, they're the only two. The Racing Bulls both opting to go onto the Inters. We'll watch Gareth. So that pace on that last lap, is he going to be able to catch Ali? Oh, Ali's a bit of a slide in the rear then. The issue with Gareth, if nothing happened in this race, right, safety car, did Ali just hit the wall in the crash there? Gareth with another fastest lap. I'll have to look at it back later. I definitely heard a dong in the background. I think Ali had a bit of a wobble in the pit lane.
You're in
But
the
Ali,
top
if
10
you are
now. Keep it
listening,
up.
you'll have to confirm that after the race if you did or not. Come out. One or two boxes as well, the 14th, 15th now. This is where Gareth would be hoping he can just get away from everyone. His inters are going to be like, what, 4 or 5 laps older. But obviously he's not having to box at the minute because he already started on them. Exactly the same as what Rusty did. Towley on Tamas. I noticed he took 2 tenths out of him on that last couple of turns alone to keep an eye on him this lap. Tamas, another driver who did start on the inters. Obviously a fresh pair of inters against one that have already done 5 or 6 laps. You're there. Probably bank on the fresh ones might have that extra grip. Well, Towley's not had the best through there. He did lose a couple of tenths. I wonder, is he harvesting to give it a right boost down the older straight? I think that's what he was doing. Game in the bad boxes now. The Ferraris did try a split strategy there, so M.A.D might start on the inters. Game in the bad started on the wet, but he was thinking, yeah, there's enough of a dry line now. One stat I was looking at earlier, what Gareth won't want to hear, is that Ali last season actually got P1 round 2. Gareth only finished 5th, so we were hoping the tables are turned this season. So Towley, he got 2nd last season, Dumont 3rd. Brewdog, who had the old song about himself tonight, he was 8th last season. And Admin Whitey was just inside the top 10. And that was all the drivers that pretty much raced from this season, last season. I might have missed 1 or 2 there. And Tamas was one of them as well. He raced, yeah, he raced tonight. He was fastest lap last season. I don't think we're going to match that. There was 1:13.4 he had last season. Different ale or IPA as this Brewdog. The eagle has landed, it says. We know. Not so sure if they're on it yet. So some of them are really like, some of them are they're just a bit different. Was it the lost lager? That one just tastes like bread. It's how close on stick at the minute. Got Gaming Minion, M.A.D Mark. All the bright coloured cars with each other. The papaya, the red, the bogey green. The Ferrari's going to go for it, is it? I think he was thinking about it, but I think he was hoping that the kick might have outbroke himself so he could go for the old switchback, but it didn't happen there. Gareth with another fastest lap, 1:30.264. He's into 4 of the front guys as well, handballs. They're still thinking wet's the way to go. They're just committing to go to a longer stint on them.
Behind is dropping back by about 3
now the ones that did start,
well
they are having some decent gains. Bring up the position change now. There we go, Mad Mark's up 7, Gaming being up 4. Gareth up 2. Was it Tamas was one of them? He's down 1, but it's not a massive difference. The gearbox is just crying away. 72 is a massive wobble there. That's going to help Mad Mark. You can see from the eye line of Mad Mark now, we're sitting on his head essentially. Right on that gearbox. Been saying that he's got a McLaren right on his gearbox.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
There's a chase back there, Ali and Betcher. That might have been a multi-21. One who's moved forward in there, seen who it was. Gary Newman's going for a move on Mad Mark. It's not paid off there. So still as they were, 8 up to 2 and 7, Mad Mark 8, Gary Newman's still 9. I did forget to ask, does it dry out towards the end of this race, or is it a wet race pretty much the whole way through? Flick back through, what did Mark say? Dry Qually rain in the race? We didn't say if it was a full race or not. That'll be an interesting one. I've seen a message from Grey Ace. He's asking about TSD, I think. Oh no, I know what he's doing. Grey Ace is confusing Saturdays and Sundays again. He says the check-in says Spain and not Monaco. He's thinking TSD when that returns, that's Monaco. Grey Ace, look at what league you're looking at. We'll go down to Towley, 10th behind Tamas now. Oh, he's just about to get down the track there. That's the only thing with the weight can get so close, we just can't get that extra boost. The DRS doesn't help him. Doing in a Mad Mark. They're swapping positions again by the looks of it. It's Mad Mark up to 8th. Great racing with these two here. Oh, Gaming just caught a bit too much of the curb there. Make sure they get to corrective steering. A72 is at the minute he's having to defend because that probably is on the wrong tyre. He's also on the wets, isn't he? You can see there's that dry line forming. Yeah, where he's doing this sort of defending job at the minute is there's an 8-second gap between him and Brewdog Head. The race is split into sort of two packs at the minute. But hopefully you are still. I thought the stream was froze, but it's just a bit of a lag on my end. I think because it's all working again now. See a couple of drives from the other divisions watching along, getting some tips for Wednesday maybe. I just spotted Mr. Miguel's. There's in the video list. One of the old drivers as well, Mr. Gamer Man. He's having great battles with him. He's watching along again this evening. So evening to you both. The middle gaggle of guys we've got to watch it in a minute. Mad Mark, Negan, Towley's quite up with these guys now.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Gareth, we're looking at the time, they're 4.5 seconds ahead of Twisted Dragon.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap, well done.
A fair distance to the Misfits at the minute. Misfits, he just wants to try and maximise as many points as he can. If Goomba's watching along or not, but if he is, he'll be hoping this is like this weather on Wednesday.
Don't look like they're shifting. We're
wet
predicting
weather,
at least 20
he's like the
minutes
wizard
of
of it at the
heavy
minute on
rainfall.
Wednesday. don't know what it is. In the dry, with myself sometimes, depending on the track. But then the wet is just even miles ahead of the wet. You can hear the two Red Bulls. Is T-Bank's going to play the team game and let Brewdog through? He's going to make him battle for it. So I imagine he's making him work for it. Because if you want Red Bull to maximise, they might want to let his teammate die to on that quicker tyre at the minute. He's going to try and go for it with these ERS there. Thinking of it. Still able to get past in a minute, so still 4 tenths behind. This is what you always get an interesting dynamic as well. Some teams that love playing the team game, like Game in the Bug, M.A.D, Mark, Dumar, YT, Betcher's Alley, and other teammates. They just race for themselves. I don't know if you saw that in the real F1, they didn't yesterday, colour Pinto in Gasly. No, we're holding position. No, he's still slow. Next lap, ignored him completely, overtook him. I think almost Brewdog's going to have to go for something to try and get past. He's been held up by his own teammate in a minute. The DRS was on, it would help him, but it's not at the minute.
Great manoeuvre, you made
M.A.D
it look
just
so
got
easy.
past, he's into 2. Just noticed that flick up. And behind him, Minion's right with him as well. From what I've seen of these guys, have always seen a great racing so far. He's in 2 just ahead of Minion.
Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more.
And Ali and Towley behind that. Oh dear, Towley's off the track. Minion
Green flag, we're racing again, let's go. Virtual safety car,
Thomas is retired from the session.
Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive
Is that a
delta.
safety car? Oh dear. Oh no. What I'm guessing has happened
Okay,
is
slow down,
Thomas has gone to
your
pit.
delta's negative, which
and
means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
And I'm guessing it's done that thing where it chucks him back out to the track. I do know last season, as one of the notes actually wrote down, all 3 races someone hit that pit call on the entry. And this season, so far, someone's done it on this race, but they've killed themselves. So Thomas, who was having a decent race, is out. A few of these at the back are in a great chance now to stick a new set of into them. Those are already on past it, they'll have to wait to go around again. Someone who probably won't be the happiest with it is Gareth. Because he was obviously ahead of everyone by a fair few seconds. Thomas has left the session there. Whilst you do have a safety car as well, I know some of the drivers might remember season 10, I think it was. I noticed it down there. Yeah, season 10, lap 28 with a massive crash. At the restart, I think it was 4 or 5 cars.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green
really
flags.
put it in
VSC
the
ending.
edit package,
Wait
which
for the
didn't
greens.
have enough time. But yeah, that one was the one when Mass used to commentate on Mondays.
Okay, gap ahead.
That was carnage.
13.0 seconds.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's well behaved on the safety car restart. So Twisted is still on the wets. I think he still thinks there's still enough puddles for himself, but there is that dry line. You can definitely see it on the screen. I'm not sure if any of you are chatting. So disconnected chat. I'll just refresh that. Apologies if any of you are chatting away. On the last one, God, he's not in the kitchen about the sneezers. I say she's not sneezed yet. Sod law in it, put that in the thing. She hasn't this week. A couple of the drivers I did notice early in the race did have that underfill. They'll be happy with it. I think Gareth was one of them. Twisted his box in now. So has he gone a bit for the that tyre off? So he's going to have the newer Inters. Obviously he's going to fall down a little bit. Are you going to come out ahead of Brewdog? No, he's not. He might just come out ahead of Ali though, so he might still come out in a decent position then. The only driver that's still on the wets is A72. He's opted for track position over changing the tyres. Unless
Okay, so we're leading our teammate
I
by
did miss it as well.
7.6
They've gone again. This has actually worked out for Gareth here. He's 10 seconds ahead of Brewdog.
Forecast suggests the rain's going to be lightening
Brewdog's
up
got
over
acre
the next
space.
10
He's
to
got
15
9 seconds
minutes
behind
or so.
Gareth, but then
You
he's
should start finding
5.5
more grip
seconds
as we
ahead
clear the
Twisted 2
standing
just on there.
water.
Little lonely race on lap 16. Doesn't like this. Few at the back is where we need to be. Towley, T-Banks, game in the log. Towley is another one. He opted not to box on that one. He's kept the same set of eaters. I think with a wet races where you don't need to box if you don't want to. On a dry race you have to have the two compounds. Wet, it doesn't matter. You go the whole race and the whole set of inters, you can make them mark out. I think is it in Turkey, the Lewis Hamilton, I think that was one set, either one set or two, but he turned them into slicks by the end. It took them that long. It was that the year we had COVID. I'll have to have a look at that. Or if anyone who's watching along remembers that one, I can Google it. And, it'd be interesting to see if he went the whole race in with the whole just one set. Realised how much really only Williams was in the race. Interestingly, the last Williams race in real life here was Pastor Maldonado in 2012. It was also, funnily enough, a year after the race, the Williams garage caught fire. Yeah, Thomas won't be doing that, I don't think. Especially with this weather, it'll go straight out. The field delivery on
Okay,
Mark
we're boxing this lap and give us the best
behind
in let me go.
A72. So he's doing a good job with those wets, but in doing so, is he holding up the others behind? Yeah, we don't seem to be the quickest tyre everyone else is on Inters. So we can do the old keeping the car in the right place. Dumar's gone up the inside there. We're up to P6. We're hunting down A72 now. What they've got to hope is with them wet tyres that they're going to get a bit too slippy for them so they can get an opportunity to get by. Dumas going for it. I've done the old switch on him. This one two's just defended that enough there. Just know it's Brewdog boxing. There's now be a new set of inters probably to the end of the race.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Still got to stick with this one in a minute though. M.A.D. Mark is boxing. There's just a few hit betches as well. But it looks like the inters. Good information for any Wednesday drivers. They can go about 17, 18 laps before they start feeling terrible. Because they know in our luck it may not be in. Some you want to Wednesdays, that'll be useless information.
No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
The first of that lap 19, Gareth still leading the race 14.5 seconds, twisted on I think it's his second return back to RRF1 since his departure in P2. Ali P3 at the minute, Athan Kiri's doing a great job on them wets, P4. Dumas hunting down in P5. Also the man that was in the break VT, Brewdog holding 6th. With that gaggle of cars, Misfits, Towley, T-Nuts, Game in the bug. And then we've got a bit of a gap there, 11 seconds to Apex. The man Mark's come out behind, hidden on those fresh inters. We've got Betcha, Whitey and Minion behind. Thomas having a DNF into the pit wall. So only 2 penalties so far, that was Towley and Betches. I'm guessing Towley might have clipped that one because I don't know if he had a bit of a bump with one of the drivers.
Right, we've got teams in the pits changing over to full wets. Come in and change your tyres if you need.
If that's the case, they'll be clipping that and getting that sent into the stewards. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Something. Saw some carbon fibre there, racing 2 in Dumas. Was that a bit too aggressive defending, possibly? I've on board with Dumas.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
There's that dry line. The Inter's probably feeling a lot better than they were. But 8 and 2 don't go off the line to get his tyres wet. But he stays on that dry line, it's just overheating wet. So Dumas just having to bide his time. I think he's going for it. Flip down the RF. He's going for it. There's him too, still sticking in there. I think is that Misfits? No, that is Brewdog. Ooh. Brew just noticed Misfits in the nick of time there. It is a weird one because on the racing line it's fairly dry, off the racing line, still puddles everywhere. I think that's where 1872 still able to keep the wets going. He's coming off here, getting them nice and wet again, and then coming back to the line. He's in 20 laps on the wets. It's the same set he started on.
Getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
There's their Towley up to 7th now. Misfits got past into 2. Dumas did as well.
5.6 seconds.
I think with 18.2, I think I'm going to have to come and pit for some inters. We've got Towley all over the back of him now. The Towley's dragging along a Brewdog with him as well. Towley's looking for a gap there. Not quite on that occasion. Dumas, 3 second time penalty. Dumas. That's the could play a big part in the championship. That because he'll lose his 1 point bonus. Gareth, as it stands at minutes 13 seconds over Twisted, he'll be hoping that it stays like this and nothing else happens. Because Ali, his title rivals in P3 and Dumar, the other rival, P4. Twisted is doing
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead
mega
of us.
favours for Gareth.
14.5 seconds.
I think what's happening here is looking at his 2 as well, because he's having to come offline to cool the tyres down. It's making it a bit unpredictable. Some drivers don't know exactly what line he's going for. I think they're like sort of double guessing. Towley has been done by Brewdog. Be interesting to know if not in the kitchen is still watching along how Towley's seeing the race at the minute. A bit like a mid-race interview of sorts. I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with the pace of the kick. Was the kick pushed the Red Bull off there? I think this is he hasn't got the pace of the Inters. Yeah, he's still not boxing. He's staying out for his 22nd lap. The Big Bull almost his 23rd lap, and because of that dirty air, Rudolph's a massive snap there. On the kitchen, I'm still, yeah, he mowed a little bit as he had a bit of a spin earlier, but he said much didn't. So I was just interested to know if he was getting a bit frustrated behind that kick Sauber. Yeah, you can see Rudolph having to fight that turbulent air. Here's just a train form behind you, 18-2-6, 4 seconds behind the sitting of Brewdog being carried along. Towley T game in the bug. And then we've got a little bit of a gap then to Apex. Yeah, look, it's definitely Inters. Everyone else on Inters apart from Apex. The quickest laps have been done on the Inters. But you may have said something. Yes, I wouldn't be. I picked up another penalty. I think that's 6 for Towley then. Because I imagine a lot of that will come down to dirty air. I'll have a look at the penalties. This is 6 for Towley, 3 for Game in the Bug, 3 for Betches, and 3 for Dumar. What I should really do, maybe it's something to look at for next season, track who the cleanest team is by the end of the season. Probably easily doable with the data already put in. Maybe some of the drivers might be interested to see if their team are cleaner than others. Look at that, it's being hunted down like a gazelle with a pack of lions behind him there. Brewdog is trying to move on the outside. I think Towley's going for one at the inside of him maybe. This is like the old one last week. It's like George saying he's looking behind him now. There was a little kiss on the bum there. He's keeping enough pace because he's flicking onto the wet side. He's keeping the tyres cool. As he's gone a bit deep there though. That might help Brewdog. I picked the wrong way. Yeah, he has. Brewdog's got up to P6 now. A medieval word. He's right behind him again. You can see that dirty air that does have an effect. He's still getting those tyres wet. Tyler's going to go for it now around the outside. Ooh, the wheels are... Oh, that was a little bit naughty there. That's how he lost 2 positions there. Because there's more than a... I'll tell you, he was alongside him. If you're alongside, you need to keep the racing room. I think there was a little bit of a nudge there. They're not going to give you lots of words. I imagine they're not clean works either after watching that. Twisted Dragon there, started up 128.2. The reserve racing as it stands are taking the 2 points past as that.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
No, many of bleeps. Oh, we're all right. We've got a disclaimer for swearing on here, so we can get away with it. That's why paranormal racing activity of swearing dead off early.
We're catching the car ahead. Well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race.
I think the front ones are all very split. Look at this Gareth, 15 seconds ahead of Dragon. Dragon, not him. Ali's 30 seconds behind him. Dumar 13 seconds behind him. It's just simply the midfield again. A lot of time this evening, and a lot of that is due to the new rolling roadblock, the kick sauber on the wet tyres. Is he going to do the whole race on these tyres? The thing is, he's totally entitled to stay on the tyres. They're probably going to be absolutely screaming. So the minute he's still holding it well for the kick sauber in P7. What would be interesting to know is he's still running no traction. He's doing really well in the wet if that's the case. The other one's catching up though, look, Apex Tower gave me the bug now, Mark. He can see them ahead now.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.3 seconds.
Now what is that dry line's becoming fairly dry, so quite a lot of them are having to just go into the wet just to cool their minters down a little bit. It's one of those weird crossover type periods. See that just right alongside A72. Or a bit of contact there with the kick sauber. I think he's struggling on them wets. I think he's stuck with it. Yeah, Apex has got past as well. Towel is going to be able to get past him as well, I believe. Yeah, the kick's moving across him so slightly. I think he's struggling. But yeah, Towel, I think he'll have a sigh of relief there to get past up to P9. Yeah, this isn't working for racing number 2. I think the tyres are just getting a bit too far gone now. He's going to have the 2 Ferraris on him now. Like the old Scrappy doing, Scooby-Doo, let me at him, they're both thinking. But as it is though, with only 15 drivers left, but as long as you finish, you score points. Gaming, but that must have been very close. I can see Gaming bang in front of MAD Mark here. He must have been millimetres. He's got another penalty there. Oh, I think Gaming the bug might have just sat the rear of the kick sauber there. Yeah, I think that's unsettled him, and MAD Mark's been able to get past. He's on the wrong tyres. Gareth put us out there, 127.9. He is struggling on these wets, like he's drifting around the corners. But Manmark's going to get up the inside, and he's up to P10 there. And Game in the bugs. It's not going to be long before he gets them as well. Gave him the bugs, going for that outside line. Oh, no. There's a slight movement there. That's what I mean, because he's struggling so much with that traction. His car's drifted towards going with the bug. And that's cost him a few seconds there. He should really be on sprinters. Because for these front runners, it must be a little bit of a boring race.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
Unless he had a nightmare, looks like he can take the win
2.7
at the minute. 15 seconds over Twisted. Twisted's probably glad he did decide to reserve. He's having a great race in P2. Ali 15 seconds behind him. 30 seconds separating the podium at the minute. Yeah. Getting quicker every lap, man. Because I don't think it's going to be nowhere near dry enough to stick any sort of dry tyre on them. Unless anyone's going to risk it. SM2 has boxed now onto a set of inters for 3 laps. Now we bits of not in the kitchen. So I wonder, he is going to be obviously last, but is he, with that fresh set, is he going to try and get a fastest lap? So he'll claw back 2 points if he can do that. Oh no! Luckily, I think he escaped without damage though. You know what, he's probably so used to driving on them knackered wets, he's got to get used to the inters now. We've got to flick to this, a bit of sibling rivalry. Although there is another battle, Apex on T-Benz. Although T-Benz picked up another penalty there. I will flick back up to that one.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while.
Oh, that was actually T-Benz's first penalty, not another penalty. I think it was Tamas earlier, wasn't it? I'm going to take that as a solid no start. Yeah, I think you might be able to on the next lap. So looking who we can get in after the race. I can only speak to Xbox currently, so probably will be Gareth if we can get on the older chat.
We've still got a lot of standing water out there.
Yeah, potentially might need to speak to Mr. Towley in Apex. Might have to put get the bleep machine ready. At this point, I'd just gone soft fire with him, so not in the kitchen.
Okay, we've been given a time
It'd be worth a
penalty.
try.
It will go against our finishing
Mad
time
Mark,
at the end of the
3-second
race.
penalty.
Get your head down and let's get it done.
Why does that pause it then? It put me back into the old game chat and not everyone wants to listen. Not in the kitchen, don't talk, sit down. I can see if Apex wants to come in then, his teammates probably been listening to him in the party, I imagine. 2 laps left now. Gareth picking up more purple sectors. He did say before the race that he was the rain master. He's the rain master. Tom is the god of rain. Goomba seems to be the new rain maestro on a Wednesday, so they've come up with loads of different nicknames. No one within a second of each other now. Apex is our closest on T-Benz. Towley was one of the earliest pitters onto Inters and hasn't changed them, so his Inters might not be feeling the happiest now. Yeah, Gareth, if he's listening, hopefully he can get onto his old Xbox app. We can speak to him, because it looks like unless he has something drastic happen, he's going to be taking the win. So Mercedes having a great week looking at this. Gareth first, Misfits in 5th. Dumar, what is Dumar's penalty? Misfits were inside that penalty. Oh, Brewdog got the fastest lap. Pinching it off Gareth. There's a yellow flag, that is 872. It's the wrong way.
Okay, let's try and overtake them now.
I was wondering what way of the track that was, but that was right. Dumar's got 6 seconds, yes, and Misfits actually in P4 at the minute. We're just about to start the last lap for Gareth. Apex is within T-Bence's. Yeah, I'm looking for easy within his penalty as well, so Apex is up, going to be 7th as it stands. There could be a lot of changes that come up to the line. That weird little glitch thing. Hopefully it sounds alright for yourself on the stream. I think it's just that weird connection as with the Xbox. It just gets a bit, I can't be a host anymore after about an hour and a half. Gareth's only got a few more corners. He'll be buzzing. So his football team didn't have a good week, but he's going to be having a win.
Okay, final lap. Let's go.
Around that
Final
corner
lap.
there, she's showing off now. Some driver getting blue flags as well. 872 is hitting, I don't know why. Gareth comes across the line for the win around Spain. Spain in the rain. Twisted is going to be taking P2. Don't know if Twisted will be up for an interview or not. We can always give him a try. There we go, and then I think it's going to be the reigning champ, Super Ali Khan. As that song said. Super Ali Khan. Comes around the corner, he's going to take the final place on the podium. One of their other title rivals. Couldn't want it on the podium tonight, but he's going to come home in 4th, or is he? He might be 5th actually. Misfits, he only needs to get within 6 seconds. I think he's going to jump him. He does jump him. P4 for Misfits, Dumar down to P5. Brewdog, decent finish there by Brewdog, and his teammate, but his teammate looks like he's going to jump by Apex. They're not on track. Oh, Apex is low on fuel. I think he's just going to have enough to the end. Yeah, Apex jumps him, so 7th for Apex. That's 8th. Mad Mark jumps Towley on penalties, I think, there. Have I kept the fastest lap? Oh, we'll have a look. Fastest lap, yeah, Gareth took it back. Brewdog did have it. I think the last driver just waiting on is 872. So yeah, Towley finished 10th, Minion 11th, Game with Bob 12th. Whitey and Betcher's 2 brothers next to each other. And there's just the Kicks Alba to come across the line. Or come into the pits for some reason. I did miss out some facts as well in this race. Max Verstappen around here, 2016, youngest ever race winner. And one when I was a toddler. Mark Schumacher did 45 laps around here in 50th for that race. Gaz has put, come on, max points, no pen, win and fastest lap, and Ali's put, he didn't do a foot wrong the whole race. So yeah, we'll Gareth dancing along there. So, yeah, Gareth got the fastest lap and the race win. Driver of the day is given to Mad Mark with the horse. Most overtakes went to Towley, and the cleanest driver was Gaming Minion. I'll make sure we get all these penalties in. Handful did keep the bonus, but Handful lost the bonus. Only one DNF with Tamas. So race the director in quickly if anyone would need it. And then we'll invite the guys in. So Gareth, if you are able to join with your Xbox app, I've got the party open. I'll see if Twisted wants to join the party. So Misfits as well. And we'll see if don't know if Brewdog will join. We'll see. Brewdog getting P6 tonight. If not, we'll try Apex P7. So I know M.A.D. Mark, if you do want to join, you're more than welcome as well. I believe we got Misfits in the moment of including your audio.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, if I can hear you. Has it given you the inbox to include your audio on the stream?
Yep, done that.
Right. I see we've got Apex in as well. And we've got Gareth in as well.
You're in a different league tonight.
I was going to say, Gareth, you need to slow the fuck down.
I'm that dragon as well.
Yeah, Twisted's put in the chat. He's getting over a chest infection, so he's coughing. He won't be joining the podium chat. But yeah, definitely.
13 seconds. I was like, he's going to catch me again.
He's the new Resident Goon, but he seems to be a wizard in the wet.
So I'll start off now with the interviews. While we've got 3 of us in here. So I'll start off with Apex. Got P7 for yourself tonight. You jumped T-bench right at the end. How was that for yourself?
Yeah, it's good. As I say, I started on the wet just purely because it was absolutely pouring it down. Went for the inters pretty early. And then Tamas's DNF helped me massively because I was just coming into the last corner. So I chucked it in the bits for a fresh set. And after that, it was just piss easy to get past people because, I mean, even in the wet, I was gaining 5 seconds a lap at points on Towley, and that's not very fucking common. I do that. So
Yeah, I did.
it was a case of just sticking with it. And I think I came out the pits 18 seconds behind the group in front, and within 10 laps, I was